And this is the way the prayer went. I said, Lord, I know that my son is stamped with my nature. Poor boy. I have a rebellious nature. I don't know about you people, but I have a rebellious nature. When somebody says to me, do this, Adrian, my first initial response is, and who are you to tell me what to do? What do you mean, do this? I want reasons, I want explanations. Don't tell me what to do. It comes from my good Dutch heritage, and then my Celtic heritage on the other side. I got a double whammy of insubordination. I said, Lord, my son is stamped with my nature. He could grow up and desire to have nothing to do with me. My God, my faith, the Word of God. Lord, I don't want this to happen. I ask you, whatever happens, I said, I don't want anything to come between me and my son. And I just want him to know me. To know me. That we can be friends. That I can be his father and his friend. I don't just want to be his father in a worldly sense. I want to be his friend. That's what I prayed. 4 years later, I was walking and I was thinking about these things, and I was reading stuff in the Bible about my Father in heaven, and I was praying, asking the Lord for wisdom and understanding concerning him. And all of a sudden I began remembering when Michael was born. And I remembered the prayer that I prayed. It came back to me very vividly. And it was like I felt the Lord say to me, do you remember the prayer that you prayed? I said, yeah, I do. I remember very, very clearly. I don't want anything to come between me and my son. And I just want him to know me. And like a flash, my Father in heaven said to me, Adrian. Now I heard it in my head. I heard the name Adrian. That's how I feel about you. Wow. Is that true? That is true, because if we believe that every good thought comes from the Father, the desire that I had to be close to my son and for him not to be apart from me did not come from within my heart. It came from the Father's heart, didn't it? So the thoughts that I was feeling were thoughts that came from my Father in heaven. They were coming through me, and I was expressing that feeling of not being separated. And God said to me, Adrian, this is how I feel about you. And I must say that for the next 10 minutes, I began to fight. Isn't it silly? He said, but Lord, I'm wicked. But Lord, all the things that I've done. When he came close to me and he held me close and he said, Adrian, I don't want anything to come between you and me. I just want you to know me. I began to struggle. Isn't it silly? Why did I begin to struggle? Why did I begin? But Lord, I've done all these bad things. I did what Peter did. I fell at his feet and I grabbed hold of his feet, but I said, Lord, depart from me. I'm not a good person. How could you love me? See, even there, in that situation, I was still believing the lie of Satan. I was still being defiant. God said that he loved me. But I was saying, but no, how can you love me?